So I want to start off with the spotlight plant, and it's going to be my Monstera burle Marx flame. This is the newest leaf of the one that I have living in Lekka. This is the first time I've ever had 9 fenestrations. Count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it's so exciting. This is such a beautiful plant. You know, with this leaf, it appears to be doing fine. However, there is something going on. I'm hoping there's not a lot of like root rot or anything, but we'll look at the roots together. I always usually say that if you see the crisping or yellowing on older growth, more often it's just the normal life cycle of a plant. Like older leaves will die off and plants will try to recycle the mobile nutrients from older growth. But this is like the 3rd newest leaf on that plant. I initially thought it was grow light damage, like sometimes when my vertical grow lights get too close, but it's happening on all the tips here. Okay, actually this one over here, 3rd newest. The one I showed you previously was the 4th newest, but you can see some crisping. Yeah, I just want to see what's going on. I'm thinking there might be some root death. That's just my theory. In the past few months, I have been only changing my nutrient solution like every 3 to 4 weeks. And I think maybe the pH might be a little weird. Yeah, I don't know. See, now we're getting into older leaves, so I'm not surprised to see this kind of stuff here. And I don't think I mentioned, but it's only the one living in Lekka. It's not the ones that are living in pond, so that's why I think it might be pH related due to the fact of me not changing the nutrient solution. Again, all my plants get the same nutrient solution, but I think the ones in pond, because they have like built-in buffers in the pond for the pH within like what pond is made out of, I think that's why they're not showing any signs of that. Also, I don't fertilize the ones in pond as much as the one in Lekka. The one in Lekka is supposed to be getting fresh nutrient solution every 2 to 4 weeks. So yeah, I have no idea, but we'll look at the roots. I need to change the nutrient solution for that one. I'm pretty behind on my Lekka nutrient solution changes. And so because the roots are out of the net pot in the reservoir, it's kind of hard to, when I change the nutrient solution, dump whatever is remaining in the reservoir from the old stuff. It's hard, like I can't put the pot down. So what I do is I usually just get another empty bucket, the net pot with the plant in here, and then I put nutrient solution there, clean this bucket. So yeah, I guess we'll just lift it and take a look together. Okay, I'm just looking. I don't know, please be in focus. I can't, the camera's so far. I can't even tell what's in focus, what's not in focus. You know, everything looks fine. There's no root rot at all, like 0. I actually grabbed some solution before I dumped it, whatever was remaining. I'm gonna check the pH. I don't check the pH often. It's usually pretty basic to neutral. 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see together. Let's see, it's fine. So yellow means like 5.5, which is an amazing range. And even when I first mix it, it's at 5.5. So pH, I guess I'm wrong. It might be, now I'm thinking like, is it just because it's winter and they're not getting, I don't know, that's tough. I really thought this was gonna be super basic. So the sun is coming out, listen, 11 to 1, when there's sun and there's no clouds. It just peeks between the buildings. It's beautiful, I love it. Right there. I don't know if y'all can see the sun. So I'm just gonna make a small batch of nutrient solution. Like, it might be the temperature of the water. Sorry. So I'm just starting with CalMag. So I know that, oh my gosh, I think I'm just gonna eyeball it, everyone. It's just a 1/3 of this. I'm pretty sure that when you're growing plants hydroponically, if the reservoir gets too cold, where did I put the cap? Then it affects the nutrient uptake. Like the roots aren't able to uptake nutrients effectively. And so I think it might be that. I have been seeing, I don't know, maybe it's a lot colder in this room this year. It's always above 60, but maybe it's staying around that range for way too long. I only say that because I was doing a little bit of a cleanup yesterday. The lower shelves in this room where the plants are, when I felt the pot, when I felt the reservoir, it was a lot colder than I expected. And when I would feel the planters of other plants in this room that aren't like close to the floor, they were room temperature. The ones on the bottom shelves, I can't believe it's been so long that I've been growing plants in this room, I didn't realize. The ones on the bottom shelves with the cold planters, cold reservoirs, they're not growing well. Like they've either stopped growing or they're suffering. I don't know. I mean, that's a theory. I'm just mixing. There's a bucket here, y'all can't see. Then I'm gonna add Flora Nova. Y'all know that I switched to this 6 to 8 months ago. I guess the only thing I would notice that's different is that Hoya-wise, I'm definitely getting less blooms in here. And it's because Flora Nova Grow, it has less of the phosphorus. There could be other reasons that I'm not thinking of, but I'm just grabbing 25 mils, 5 mils per gallon. And because this bucket is 5 gallons, 25. pH was fine. He saw that there was no root rot. Even the roots in the moss pole, they're doing well. Like they look completely healthy. I mean, I've never had a Burle Marx flame grow this big, so maybe it's just what happens. And then I have Diamond Nectar. It's not in the original bottle. The person that I bought it from had the bigger one, like the jug, and they didn't have the size I needed, so they just put it into here. Do you know what? I think I'm just gonna eyeball it. Seems about right. I mentioned in my goals video that I was gonna start using silica. I mainly wanna try that with anthuriums first, and we'll see. So that's why I'm not adding silica with this one. Would silica help? Maybe. But girl, listen, when it comes to super special plants, like the flame, I don't know if I want to take any chances right now. The last one is Great White, mycorrhizae, beneficial bacteria, fungi, trichoderma. And yeah, that's the mix. How exciting, everyone. Honestly, it's been kind of dark and the sun coming out just made me feel so happy. Also, thank you everyone for commenting on that New Year's goals video. I really didn't think people were gonna watch till the end, and that's why I put my personal stuff at the end. And I got a lot of comments from people commenting on my personal goals, like whether that's about rowing, you know, my half marathon goals, oh my God, the reading goals. A lot of people had so much to say about that. Listen, I don't like audiobooks. I really don't. I will not pay attention if it's an audiobook. I really think that I can get on board with reading. And as I say that, I still haven't read anything since that video came out, but it's okay. We have so much time, everyone. What's the plan? I'm just gonna pour whatever I need in here, and then I'm just gonna take a look at what level we're at. I kinda wanna look again. The roots are so healthy, everyone. So I always say fill a third way up. Since there's like this much roots at the bottom, I actually do submerge them. There's always a fear of that area drying out and then rotting. This is such a gorgeous leaf. My gosh. Wow, wow, wow. Now that the sun's out. Wow. Look at you. So gorgeous. You know, thinking about it, yeah, it makes sense now that it wasn't like pH or like, I still don't know if it's nutrient related because that new leaf, 9 phennies, it's completely healthy. Y'all remember when I over fertilized and the pH was like too basic? Even the newer foliage didn't look good. So is it just cold? I don't know. Maybe maybe the reservoir was too cold because it's on the floor. Maybe. I've never had that issue before. Okay, let's put it back over here next to my other ones. Another thing might be lighting. It could be lighting. I have these Verena grow lights. I have maybe like 2 of these in front of it. Personally believe that it's still not getting optimal light. Like obviously the sun. If I had these against the window with these grow lights, I think that'd be perfect actually. And I almost forgot to show you all the new leaves that my flames are pushing out. Okay, so we already saw that. The second plant in here, I guess we're kind of close. What is that? Oh, it's a tendril. I was like, what is that web looking thing? I hope it's not spider bites. Did y'all hear that the ice is melting outside? So right over there, that's the second plant. It's just the beginning, but it's still exciting. And then we have the 2 here living in pond. Right there, look at that. Oh, obsessed. And then the smaller of the 2, right over here, do you see that? So less phennies than the other one. I think there's only 4. I think the last one here had 5, does it? Yeah, it has 5. I'm gonna have to change the lighting. I think that's one of my goals with these plants because I think they can benefit. But it also might be a feeding thing. Like I said, I don't feed the ones in pond as often. And the last big one, there is a leaf here. Look at this. Wow, I'm so excited for that. Sorry, I know y'all can't see anything. Maybe I'll bring you closer. Okay, I feel like I'm in the jungle, everyone. I mean, hopefully you can see, future Kevin zoom in, you can see that the one on the left is completely dry. The roots have really taken over. It dries out so quickly. I have to really keep an eye on it. The one on the right, I just watered it, so she's at the top. So I'm just gonna do the same with that one. Okay, we went to the top, so yes. People might think that's like too full, but honestly, these roots are so big. When you have substrates that are completely dry, I overfill it a little bit more. I know that's a little bit risky, but I know that the pond itself needs to hydrate itself. Maybe because it's been a while. I'll show you the update of my spiritus. Not much to show, but they are still here. The one that was living in Lekka. So I left her with 1 and 2 leaves over here. I took a top cutting. I'll show you the one that's in an arid mix after. But look at that. That is a new growth point. That's where the new plant's gonna be. And I'm very excited. It's so exciting, everyone. I honestly, okay, the roots are fine. They're sitting in the reservoir. Do you see? All healthy. So I haven't been feeding this one as much either just because 2 leaves, it had a big root system already. I didn't want to overdo it as I always do, everyone. Yeah, she didn't freak out at all. It was just like, I had to just be patient. I don't actually remember when I chopped it, maybe 4 months ago, 3 months ago. And then the top cutting that's in an arid mix, it looks like that it's in a pond mix just because I want to keep the moisture around the aerial roots at the top. It seems to me that they have activated. So she had this beautiful long leaf here. Love the ears. And then she had this one as well. So she had 2 leaves. Actually, she had 3. This is the newest. And I know she looks a bit crunch, but I always see this when you propagate a plant, it freaks out. If it already has a new leaf that is trying to develop, it doesn't come out the prettiest. But this is the first new leaf. How amazing. The new root actually is trying to escape. Right here, do you see that? Future Kevin zoom in, right over there. The new root is trying to escape. So I think, I kind of want to look first. New leaf, get out of the way. Do you see that? Oh, she is furry and everything I love. Okay, I kind of want to add more pond now, just to preserve that. Just pouring the pond. Oh, I want to show you my Thai. Mama Thai. New leaf, it's hidden. I never see it. And it got crunched a little bit as per usual. There's no room in here. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't even show you the plant. Like if I back away, she's covered by so many things. I had to cut so many leaves. But if we sneak under the canopy, it seems, and I move this leaf, look at this. I don't even know. Oh my God, my arm is shaking. I'm hoping there's enough stability. Look at this leaf. Do you see this? Incredible. I just love the Fenny game. Look at all the holes. I am so obsessed. So yeah, that's her squooshed. This is the bucket I was talking about. Like I said, I had to chop her because the original root system, the big root system, rotted. So here she is. And I do have one other tie in here. She's in the corner in Lekka. And she did push out a new leaf, but I actually haven't looked at it. So, okay, I want to keep a promise. What plants are not doing well right now? I think this is gonna be, I know I felt I was cheating having the Burle Marx flame as the highlight for the good and bad. So I want to show you something more severe. This is my anthurium velvet mask crossed with self. So these leaves, as you can see, are ready to go. There is a new leaf. There's a new leaf. It is the cutest, most adorable thing ever. So this is one of the plants that was living on the bottom shelf where it's cold, and even holding this, it is not freezing. That's dramatic. It is like cold. I do see a new root. I really don't want to disturb it. I feel like I have to. I mean, we'll start off with cutting the old foliage. Let's do that. I'm only gonna cut 1 leaf. I'm gonna cut this leaf. Sorry, goodbye. So we're left with this. Still a little bit of green and that. I feel like now I might put like a cling wrap on top. Let's look. So, this cute little baby. Okay, the root that I was talking about is in this area over here. Right there. Do you see that root? Ooh, is it like done? Oh, did it rot? Oh, see, I only saw this part. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So, this is the plan. Smaller pot, cling wrap to promote humidity, move it away from the bottom shelf. I really think it was the cold that really messed it up. I feel like at this point I can just easily pull this out. Yep, it's coming out. I actually have, see, this is how many plants I got rid of. Do you see all that? More up there, more down here. Look at all these planters. That's how many plants I got rid of. So let's do this cute one. This is the 4-inch self-watering. Okay. Way too easy. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, so that's the root I was talking about. It didn't even like, it rotted at the bottom. How are we feeling? Not great. There's really like no good roots, I would say. Except for maybe the top one could branch a little bit. Wow, this is bad. I know this is, I don't have the camera in the right setting right now, so everything's a blurania. I'm just ripping the roots that, ooh, do you see that? Not good. There's actually rot. Do y'all see this part? It is rotten. I'd even break that. It was already rotten like that. So I'm just gonna break it off. I could try put this in high humidity. Maybe I'll put the two of them together. So that's her. Y'all have any theories? I'm pretty sure that, you know, it was because of all the things that I said. When it comes to feeding, I did once give a diluted nutrient solution. I didn't over fertilize. She's getting a grow light for 11 hours a day. Substrate, is it not chunky enough? Maybe. I think this is a good mix though. Do you know what? Picking it up, do you see it's chunky? Picking it up, it feels so cold. Let's put this weird thing here. I don't know if it's gonna do anything, but I put some water. I'm gonna put some cling wrap. We're gonna put it somewhere warmer. I feel like the warmest places are on the opposite side of the room, so I'm just gonna put her under a grow light and hopefully she does all right. Alrighty, everyone. I think that's gonna be it for now. I do wanna put out a Wax Plant Wednesday video because I don't think I've highlighted Hoyas recently. So I think I want to put out a video on Wednesday. I do need to work out. This video took longer than I thought, but thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.